Hey guys, it's Ryder. It's another day of subclassing fun, and I've just been experimenting with a lot of stuff. If you guys saw my corrosive video, you see that I just wanted to try something completely different, but honestly that made me a little homesick in terms of my Templar, so I wanted to go back to my roots a little bit. Now I've noticed a lot of the meta being around one-shotting with animal companions and Nightblade. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Nightblade. I don't mind Warden too much as a class though, so I wanted to give Animal Companions a try, and honestly I've never been more impressed and blown away with how quick you can kill somebody and have really high survivability. I wanted to make this build pretty similar to my Onslaught build, but understanding that penetration is not necessary anymore given that we have Shulks on the bar. So I'm not using Onslaught, but I wanted to maintain some of that burst, and honestly again I'm super impressed with how much damage Animal Companions does. So let's get into the build. We're running two-piece Balorg, but to be 100% honest with you, any monster set could reasonably run here. You could definitely run Kjolnir easily, you could run Zon, you could run Bloodspawn, Nibene even, Dralls if you're scummy. Honestly, anything works. I just really like Balorg because it's super versatile and I can run it all the time without having to think about it too much. I am running both heavy, both reinforced, because I like stacking high armor up to a certain extent. And so we're also going to be doing that for the trainee piece, this chest piece here. And on the screen, you can see the glyphs and the traits that I use here. We're going to be running front bar Essence Thief, double axes for the crit damage passes from dual wield, both sharpened, but I could definitely see precise winning out just a little bit here. You might have to do some testing, see what works for you more. We have one disease glyph, one poison damage glyph. We want to set the defile and the poison status effects, which are quite strong. On the back bar, rallying cry. We're going to be using powered as the trait, though defending is also fine. I'm a bigger fan of using powered because it's bigger heals, meaning we get back off the back bar faster and onto the front bar, which means we're more offensive, which means we do more damage. I'm using the increased weapon and spell damage glyph here. That's going to let us burst a little bit harder. But if you're having a little bit of sustain issues, which I don't anticipate that you will, but if you do, maybe swap this for Absorb Magicka, and that's completely fine as well. And finally for the build, we're using an infused Sea Serpent's Coil here. This is going to give us just a ton of weapon and spell damage. It's going to give us Major Berserk, which is really strong. I almost never take this off, even open world. If I do run open world, although I have triple infused jewelry here, as you can see, I will swap all of these three to Swift when you pair that with your different speed abilities, such as Predator or Quick Cloak. I mean, again, you're going to be moving really quickly anyway, so if you are using open world, consider swapping that to Swift. So before we get into the combo, it's really important to note that you always want to keep your back bar buffs going at all times, as well as your quick cloak. Now the combo is actually super easy. We're going to be hitting our Deep Fissure into a charge, into a Crescent Sweep. And if you don't have Crescent Sweep available, you hit Swipe. So here's what it looks like. You're going to hit your Shulks, charge, sweep. And that's going to kill a lot of targets. Now, if the target doesn't die, also make sure to always get your Essence Thief proc. But what you'll do is you'll just do your Shulks into a charge, into a swipe, and you'll essentially repeat that until you have your Crescent Sweep, and then you just hit your Crescent Sweep as soon as your Shulks is about to go off. Pretty simple combo. Just practice the timings with it, and you can kill a lot of players really quickly, even if it's not per se a one-shot like the Onslaught build. Stats when buffed are looking pretty good. We're seeing pretty decent spell damage for being a crit build, and we're seeing really high recoveries and really decent HP. I split my attributes 30-34, as you can see on the screen. But if you're having problems surviving, you could go more into health. You're just going to have a little bit less damage potential. You might run into a little bit of sustain issue, but always adjust the builds however you want. Never take a YouTube build as is. It's not going to operate the way you want it to. Always make a build your own. For the Mundus Stone, we're using the Thief. It's really important because we're dumping a lot of our build into critting. And we're going to be using Jewels of Misrule for the food. Again, you could be using something like a different tri-stat food that gives you all three stats, but no recoveries. That's fine. I prefer having a lot of recoveries over max mag or stamina. The reason being is because it's really hard to die if you always have resources to use. So I personally think bigger recoveries are going to be better survivability and therefore like a better damage output. For the blue CP, we're using Master at Arms, Exploiter, Duelist Rebuff, and Fighting Finesse. Though, again, if you're having issues against Dragon Knights or dot builds in general, you could swap one of these to Cleansing Renewal. I'd probably drop Master at Arms for that, because you're going to have enough damage anyway, and Cleansing Renewal is going to help you get there. Focus Mending is another really good option as well. For the red CP, we're going Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instincts, and Rejuvenation. But if you're open world and you need more speed, I would probably drop Rejuvenation for Celerity. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to get this video out pretty quickly because I know subclassing can be a really complex thing for both veteran and new players. So if this build helps you out, that's awesome. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the clips. Did you guys like that intro? Like, what are you doing against this? You just die. Instant incap, really. Can't do anything about it. I just got double left. Oh my god, I got like ulted like crazy. What? I got triple ulted on.